What is going on? This is Nick O'Neill here with Leo Digital SEO. And so I got this video here for Black Star Concrete Coatings, and it's going to be giving you 3 helpful pointers. And that's going to be content, backlinks, and citations. Then I'll show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business and why it's going to be so important for you. So first things first is content. And generally Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words. Now that's depending on the competition and the number of keywords needed. If you're asking what a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for. For an example, some of your keywords might be epoxy floorings, Winnipeg, Canada, or stained concrete, Winnipeg, polished concrete, Winnipeg, garage coatings, Winnipeg, but you get the idea, right? So we got your website here in a word counter, and we see that you're at 350 words of content. You're going to want to go ahead and get that up to 1,500 at least for 2 reasons. And one being Google doesn't consider your website an authority until you hit that 1,500 mark. And 2 being you want enough words of content so that you can put those keywords in there to gain all the traffic that you're looking for. And so if we look over here at your top competition in the area, which is Epoxy Winnipeg, we can go ahead and see how you stack up against them on the content side, right? So we see, they're at about 2,400 words. So you want to get yours up to at least 2,500 words so you can match, if not even just match them, but outdo them, right? So that's where you're standing on that point. Now, if we look at my tool Eris here, it's a tool that I pay for and use monthly. Gives me more in-depth data on websites, but there are free tools out there that you can use. This is just what I go with. We can look at Epoxy Winnipegs and see exactly what keywords Google is picking up for them. So here would be some of those keywords that we were talking about. A good example for you would be epoxy flooring Winnipeg. And then there's 50 people searching for that a month in the area. And then this number right here is going to be keyword difficulty. And that's going to be on a scale of 0 to 100. So the higher that this number is, the harder and longer it's going to take to rank organically for it, and vice versa. The lower it is, the easier it's going to take and faster you're going to rank for it. When I say rank for it, when someone puts an epoxy floor in Winnipeg, Canada, this is what I'm talking about, ranking right here in this area for it, right? So let's go on to that second point for you, and that's going to be a backlink. And now a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another, or in this case, it's going to be one website linking back to Black Star Concrete Coatings website right here. And so these links, they act like an endorsement from a website from others, and Google, they basically use this to build trust in your business by seeing other websites vouching for you. The best example that I can give of this is it's literally like a popularity contest in Google's eyes, where the person with the most websites pointing back to them and linking back to their website is winning that quote unquote popularity contest, right? So I do have your website here in my tool Eris, and we can see that you're at 13 backlinks, and you have 8 other websites pointing back to your page. If we look at Epoxy Winnipeg, we see that they have 598 backlinks and 45 other websites pointing back to their page. So they're winning that quote unquote popularity contest. A bit spammy right here for only 45 websites. So I think that they're fairly easily outdoable, but anyways, I digress. The idea is if it works for you, then it will work for them, and we can go in and see exactly what websites they have pointing back to theirs. And so then here are the websites. You go in, create an account, make a couple posts, and get a link going back to your page, right? I do want to point out that not all links are created equal, so it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. Further on to that point is this number right here, and that's the domain rating. Now this is on a scale of 0 to 100, and basically the higher that this number is, the more power that Google is giving this website right here. So you want to stay on those higher powered websites pointing back and linking to your page, versus when you get below that 20 mark, they're really not doing too much for you. So on to the last point. Now let's take a look at this Google Map Pack section right here, and that's going to be a citation. And since you're right here, let's go ahead and use you, right? So a citation would be anywhere your business name, address or service area, and phone number is exactly as it's shown on your page right here. And so these citations, they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since they do since they do generate huge amounts of revenue. For an example, if someone puts in epoxy floor in Winnipeg, Canada, you want to be in that top 3 section right here, if not the number 1 spot, right? Nobody's going to go to more businesses or click page or 2 or 3. And so these citations, they're included in directories like Yelp, Angie's Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others I'm sure you may have heard of. Social media accounts are great as well. For an example, if you have your Facebook page, on that Facebook page, you'd want to put your business name, address, and phone number on that business Facebook page, and that would count as one citation in Google's eyes, right? And so the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet because they constantly have bots crawling to see whose presence is felt most compared to their competitors. And the larger your online presence is, then the more Google begins to trust you and your website, right? And so once they start to see you more often than these cats right here, or more specifically A&R epoxy flooring, then the more likely it is that they're going to rank you above them. Now, more to your situation exactly right here, I can go ahead and tell you the reason why these guys right here are outranking you is because of those citations. So if you're asking why they're outranking you, that would be because of the citations. Go ahead and get those citations up. You're already killing them on the reviews, but keep on adding reviews as well, as that always can never hurt you, right? So keep adding those 5-star reviews and get those citations up so you can take that number 1 spot. Now let's go ahead and do a recap, right? So once you start to get that content of 1,500 to 2,000 words, or more specifically 2,500 words, and you're getting those keywords in there that we talked about, next you're getting those backlinks up, right? You got other websites coming back to your page and you're starting to win that quote unquote popularity contest. And last but not least, getting those citations and those reviews going still. Let's look at why it's going to be so worthwhile for you. So we have Epoxy Winnipeg in my arrows right here. And we can see they're getting close to 100 people a month to their website off of doing an average job of those 3 points alone that we're talking about, right? So let's say that it's your website and you're killing it in those 3 areas that we just talked about. And now you're getting roughly 100 people to your website a month from that. And let's say of those 100 people, let's say only 30 actually decide to pick up the phone and call you for your services, right? And then your team closes only half of that. So that would be 15 new jobs a month on top of what you're already doing by killing those 3 points that we just talked about. I'm not too sure what your profit margins are right now for the business, but I would guarantee that 15 new jobs a month would be some good profit into the business and your pocket as well, especially from my experience with working for many clients in this area, in this niche. There's many more keywords that you can use as well, I want to point out. And then this number right here is almost always higher. We don't have Google's exact numbers. This is just a tool that I use. So yeah, that is what I do for a living. And I am creating this video to start helping you generate more leads online. Now, if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling, man, feel free to reach out and I can help you with some more information, or we can talk about the goals of the business and I could do some research to find out what could be realistic for you and your business to reach those goals. I do just ask that you leave one line of feedback. Maybe something wasn't clear, or maybe you had another question, or maybe it was just great and you didn't have any questions. Let me know either way. Again, my name is Nick O'Neill. My door is always open. Reach back out to me on Messenger or anything like that. I do appreciate you for watching, and I hope that this video was helpful.